So I was telling somebody that I think my brain is wired wrong for being a bishop, because when bishops pray or read the scriptures, they get words of knowledge or words of wisdom, words of prophecy even. For me, when I read the scriptures, I many times get a joke comes into my head. So I guess that's because I'm from County Cork in Ireland. But I was looking at the scriptures, and actually there's a lot of advice in the scriptures that we've had over the last couple of weeks for this time of the coronavirus. I don't know if you knew that, but for instance, one is wash your hands often. That'd be from Pontius Pilate. The other one would be when you greet people, don't greet them with a kiss. That's from Judas. And don't touch your eyes or your nose or your mouth or any open wounds. That'd be from Thomas the Apostle. So speaking of Thomas the Apostle, he was almost falling into despair. His faith was gone. He saw Jesus being crucified. He was in desperation. That's why he said, I'll never believe until I see his wounds. And then Jesus invited him when he appeared to him again, to him and to the apostles. Jesus invited him to put his fingers into his wounds and into his side. And Thomas, because of that, actually had an experience of the risen Lord. It's kind of mysterious, isn't it? But I think that there's a very important lesson there. Right now, we're searching for Jesus. Our churches are closed. It's a very difficult time for all of us. We miss you, and you miss your time together at Mass. And so we're searching for Jesus in many ways. Like Mary Magdalene on the first day of the week, on the Easter Sunday morning, she was saying, they've taken away my Lord and I don't know where they've put him. A lot of us feel like that probably these days. But this the Gospel of John, where Jesus invites Thomas to put his hands into his wounds, is a reminder that you can find the presence of the risen Jesus in those who are wounded, in those who are hurting, in those who are broken by life, and in those who are suffering. Maybe even in somebody right now who's at home with you is wounded and suffering or hurting in some way. Maybe reach out to them with some compassion. Take some time to listen. Just be present with them. Help them to talk about this. That's a way in which you can touch the living Jesus, by reaching out to people in your own home who are hurting, or find some time to call up somebody who might be lonely, somebody in the neighborhood who might be very frightened and in need right now. Find some ways to volunteer here at the parish if you can. And there's some beautiful ministries going on here where you're really reaching out to many people who are hurting and hungry and in need. But it's a beautiful way of experiencing the presence of the risen Jesus in your life, to touch the wounds of those who are hurting around you. Amen.